Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the DoraHacks stream here, covering the AEZ QF grants program that we're fortunate enough to run after the passing of Prop 917 on the Cosmos Hub. Today, we'll be kind of going through an overview of the program, uh, an opportunity for voters and contributors to win a bad kit, which is really, really cool. And you'll also be able to meet some of the teams that are participating in the program as grantees. So teams that you can vote for and contribute to. And I guess we should also introduce ourselves. I'm Trevor from the DoraHacks team. And
I'm
go ahead.
Brian. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Trev. I'm Brian, also from DoraHacks. Also, just want to remind everyone that we're really excited to be kicking off, round two of the AEZ QF program today. We've got with us a lot of really great public goods for the ecosystem. If anyone in the audience has any questions or wants to reach out to us, please don't hesitate to do so. You can reach out to us on Twitter, on Telegram. We'll post all of our contact information underneath the social link to this session today. And obviously, we'll also post all the contact information of each of the projects participating too, all of the grantees. They also have contact information, and I'm sure they would love for the community to reach out to them too to learn more about them if you have any questions about their projects. Everyone here definitely wants to involve the community and share as much about the program as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think at this point in time, maybe Brian, do you want to kind of talk through the program a little bit from the door end, what we're doing, why we're doing this, and also your kind of sentiment around this.
Yeah, happy to. So as most people in the Cosmos ecosystem are probably aware, one of the things that we're most known for is the robustness of our governance participation. Everyone always refers to the Cosmos drama, but in reality, this is just a condition caused by how active people are in governance, and how people are so willing to voice their opinion in this community, more so than any others, really. So it's kind of the perfect place to have a community distribution program like this. We're calling it the AEZ QF program. What that stands for is Atom Economic Zone Quadratic Funding Program. And basically, it's meant to provide the community, the Atom token holder community, an ability to voice their opinion, show their support for crucial public goods in the ecosystem, things that they think will either help drive value to Atom in the future, things that they think are important for the ecosystem from a development perspective, from a retail perspective, from an overall UX perspective. Basically, there's so many developers in this ecosystem. Not everyone's working on like a venture-backed startup or something that they're going to commercialize, or some project that they're going to sell. But everyone that I know is working on, open source toolings basically to make this ecosystem better, to make it easier for people to build, etc. And they need some type of way to get support long term for these projects, other than just randomly applying to, different ecosystem grant programs. It's more sustainable if there was a method for them to just receive a continuous stream of funding via community donations, really. Kind of similar to how I think like charities or other things in the real world get funded. So that's the purpose of this program. That's why we wanted to bring it to Cosmos in particular, because we thought that governance in this ecosystem would be like people would really care, and there'd be very high participation. So that's kind of why we're doing this. As hackathon organizers ourselves for the last 10 years at DoraHacks, I can definitely tell you that over the recent years, like there's been so many interesting projects emerge from the Cosmos ecosystem hackathons we've been hosting. But obviously after a hackathon ends, like you still need to provide some type of continuation funding, usually to the most promising teams that emerge, to either help them keep building, help them bring it to full production if that's something they're interested in, etc. So we really are hoping that this program is very top of funnel for the entire ecosystem in terms of getting projects from ideation to MVP to full production. Also can get the community involved really early on to kind of better shape the direction of the hub. Obviously, that's always a contentious issue as well. Like what's the scope of the hub? What direction should this community be moving in? There's always like the standard flag bearers that can kind of like steer the direction of this ecosystem. But really, the goal of this is to have the community for the first time really be able to vote directly on what types of infrastructures and projects they'd like to be funded. So we're really excited about it. We're bringing it to you on Dora Voda, which is a voting specific app chain developed by Dora Factory that hosts all of the quadratic funding smart contracts and also has anti-symbol protection in place and privacy protection in place via MACI, which is an acronym that stands for it's an acronym MACI, stands for Minimal Anti-Collusion Infrastructure. I'll get into that a little bit later, but basically we're just really excited to bring these technologies to the hub for the purpose of decentralized community funding and QF sponsorship. So that's kind of like where we're at. Hopefully that's like a good overview of like why we're excited to bring this program to the Cosmos Hub and what there is to look forward to. But with that, I think I'll turn it back over to you, Trev, for either the next question or the next piece of discussion or whatever else you wanted to cover in this kickoff call.
Brilliant. A pretty good overview of kind of where we're at and also kind of like why we're here and why we're doing this. Something to note is like we're all the Atom and all the USD in this program is going all to teams. Like we're not taking any of it. It's not getting parked anywhere. It's going all to teams based on how you're voting and how you're contributing to these different projects and to some of the teams on this call. And every round will be 8,000 Atom and 20,000 USD allocated, and that'll be distributed based on your votes and your contributions using quadratic funding and voting methodologies there. And with that being said, I think that it'd probably be a good time to meet some of the teams here. We do have a number of them on this call. We'll just kind of go one by one down the list if the teams want to do a brief introduction. What are you working on? Why are you here? And really what you hope to be getting out of this program. I think the community would really like to hear that before casting their votes. We'll just go down the list. Elo, Lunar HQ. You're up, buddy.
Hey guys. Yeah, so happy to be here. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to work on the Cosmos ecosystem. I think it's a great initiative. With Lunar HQ, we're focusing on interchain connectivity, specifically for NFTs. When we talk to teams or developers who are not on Cosmos, what sticks out most to them is Cosmos is all about interchain connectivity, right? But within the Cosmos ecosystem, there are still some barriers, specifically for transferring NFTs or working with interchain communities. Luckily, there's like teams solving this, and we're trying to be one of those teams and to work with the other teams that really focus on interchain connectivity, because we want to bring out the core Cosmos premise and really strengthen it, because that will drive value for the whole Cosmos. So for our product, we focus on token gating for those interchain collections, and our goal is to enable a seamless experience for the user, but also for the project owner, so that they don't have to worry about which chain their NFT is on or which chain their NFTs will go in the future.
Awesome. Good stuff, Elo. Thanks for that. And anything that you're hoping to get out of the program?
Yeah, to bring some diversity into my noodle diet.
Not a bad answer, I suppose. It's important. Noodles. Up next, we'll go to Peter. Defiant
Hey, everybody.
Labs.
How we doing today? Like,
There
yeah.
he
So, my name's Peter. I'm representing Defiant Labs today. We are building what we're calling the Cosmos Indexer. Defiant Labs has been in the indexer space for a very long time, about 4 years now. Started in Osmosis with a tax application, indexing Osmosis transactions into taxable formats. And then we pivoted that into just a generic Cosmos indexer. So the vision that we have for this is everybody needs on-chain data. Everybody's hitting RPC nodes all over the place, trying to get that data off the blockchain. And we've been doing it for a long time. So why not use our expertise to make a tool for the community to use to get data off the blockchain as needed. And that's what we think we've achieved. We've already put a lot of development. We're pushing towards V1 here soon, but there's still a lot of work to be done. And that's what we hope to get out of meeting with everybody here and trying to get some votes. So, yeah.
Awesome. Beautiful. Thanks for that. And to everybody listening, we're talking about votes and contributions. If you go to dorahacks.io/AEZ, you can vote for these teams there. And also as an aside to that, all Cosmos stakers did get some Dora tokens or a Dora token airdrop to them so that they can vote and contribute to these teams. So, all right. Thank you, Peter. Let's jump next to Wraith in the house, Warp CLI.
Hi. All right. So for me, I represent today Warp CLI and UniSecret. Happy to be here, and I believe that this is a great initiative, which is why I wanted to kind of quickly tell a few sentences about what my projects are. So Warp CLI is a suite of tools for building and deploying and publishing contracts and prototyping them fast across multiple chains and across local dev nets that we can set up with basically one command with this tool. So I'm basically aiming to make it much easier for people to develop contracts. Additionally, with the UniSecret project, which I am kind of trying to build concurrently, I am aiming to kind of grow into this video game niche, because basically what we're doing right now in terms of gaming, let me actually show you. Can you see the screen?
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, so basically what we have here, very quickly, when it comes to video games, what we are doing right now as blockchain gaming services and other such developers, we're only taking advantage of this one tiny little 1% of all gaming. And what I am aiming to do is provide tooling that will let us integrate with actual game engines and unlock the potential of kind of just grabbing onto the revenue from different platforms, right? Because when you think about it, there's a lot of potential in gaming, and a lot of games already use things kind of like cryptocurrencies, like, you know, some kind of gems, some kind of coins, some kind of other things that you buy. So why not put this on the blockchain? And this is kind of my goal, to make blockchain gaming a bit more interesting and a bit more profitable for everyone.
Alrighty, thanks for that. I didn't know we were doing presentations, but you know, that did help a little bit. Let's jump next. Mr. T has been waiting patiently.
Mr. T here in the house from ARC Protocol. I'm just the founder. I've been also in round 1 of the AEZ. So some of you know, we are our mission is building the interchain FT hub. We have deployed contracts, the Cosmos interchain contracts on various chains. Now we're going to Migaloo, Injective, Newton is going to be interesting. And for the NFTs, for us, it was clear. It is clear that they need to be able to go to any chain. For now, Cosmos chains. In the future, on any IBC chain like Solana, EVM chains, we will see. So, and the great thing about just like besides bridging NFTs, just like we are really connecting with many projects and partners, like with Luna HQ, Cerdak help us connecting with AppSec SDK, with IBC protocol, and we are also providing feedback in regards of IBC. They are publishing a blog post about our contracts, and also asking for some feedback they can incorporate for their IBC design. And I've been working full-time the last 2 years, so more than 48 months full-time without any income. So it's my personal mission. And we got quite some grants already for trying to get further grants from other chains, but it's quite a lot of work. We have created the foundational layer, but now we're moving up, getting closer to building in the chain utilities for creators and the users. Yeah, that's it.
All right, Mr. T, and last but not least that we have here, Surtur, feel free to jump in, my friend.
Sure. So I've joined with 2 projects, and first of all, I'm a core engineer working in the IBC protocol. Both of these projects started as side projects when I was trying to solve some user problems. IBC users were having with interacting with interchain accounts, and also testing IBC enabled smart contracts, because testing those and orchestrating those workflows were quite hard. So the first project I've joined with, which was in round 1 as well, is CosmWasm Interchain Accounts Controller. So this is a interchain accounts controller that's purely written in CosmWasm. And what differentiates it from other interoperability solutions is that you can basically get all the features of like Neutron or other chains that have interchain accounts bindings without requiring you to be on any of those chains. And actually, you can get more features. And you can also deploy this on older chains, like such as secret to like create privacy preserving like interchain DAOs, or and another thing that differentiates it is that the counterparty chain doesn't need to have any contract or anything. So as long as the counterparty chain has IBC, you just need to deploy this contract on the chain that you want to control accounts from, and then that's it. So that's the 2 things that differentiate it. Since the first round, there has been a lot of adoption of this by serious teams like Jackal and Nomos. And Nomos has now a partnership with, I think, Union to extend the capabilities to Ethereum, which I'm not really involved with. So it's nice to see these folks of this project take their own life as well. The second project is Go CodeGen, which is this is a tool useful to any CosmWasm developer that wants to interact with their contracts from Golang. As you know, the CosmWasm smart contracts are written in Rust, but many like the Cosmos SDK itself is written in Golang, and many developers in the ecosystem use Golang for orchestration or building servers. Basically, this tool allows you to generate message definitions. This is very similar to TS CodeGen, which is like TypeScript code generation. This is just that, but for Go. Plus, it can also help you create a test suite for your contract. And unlike CWSA controller, which took like 6 months at least to start getting adoption, this started gaining fast adoption even after like 2 months of initial release. And already many external teams are looking into integrating it or have integrated already. I think Skip and Dada are looking into it. I've seen an issue in like Arc Protocol's CWSS 721, which is here to use the tool as well to generate the test suite. And I think someone from Stargaze was working on that issue. So it's and there's already 2 external contributors that have like contributed code to it. So this is gaining like really fast adoption. And what I'm looking to get, I guess, from the round 2 of this is multiple things. One is raise awareness of these products. So these are still quite new, so it's good for me to be on these on these calls where I can actually show what I'm doing and have people use them. And another one is get validation from the community. So it's good to know that, you know, people actually, if they're developers, they like what's happening. So it's good. That's why I want to evangelize it to developers to go vote for it, to show that they actually care about the product. So it tells me, like, you know, I tell them to vote, and if they vote, that means they care about it a lot. So it's good for that reason, and also it's good for the general community to show support as well. And finally, you know, these are starting to gain external contributions, but still not to a serious extent. But, you know, if these had like more external contributions, why not be able to like have a pool for have a pool of money that this can be like spent on external contributors. But as I said, it's still there's like the amount of external contributors is still not that many. So that's what I'm looking to achieve. And thank you for this whole organization again.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for that, Serdar. Yeah, there's been a lot of cool developments from honestly many of the projects and especially yours. So it's really cool to see the program working. And speaking of votes, that's a good kind of lead in. You know, these are the teams. There's plenty more. Check them out at dorahacks.io/AEZ. There's 16 teams, and we don't have all of them here. They'll be releasing demo sessions of kind of what their product is, where it's at, updates, that kind of thing. Kind of in short order, those will be coming out. And this is a rolling program. You're going to hear a lot more about this over the next 2 years. The funding rounds over the next 2 years, we'll be funding them with that you know, funding from Prop 917. And do your part, get engaged. If you care, like you should vote. Like clearly, you should vote. You should contribute. You should tell your friends. Decentralized governance is something that, you know, we should really be about and not just talk about it, right? So thanks for that, Serdar. Thanks for that, everybody here. And then we'll kind of get into this voting component here. Brian, are you all ready to go?
Yeah, so this is a really exciting moment too. We're all be able to demo to everyone in the audience exactly how they should vote. If you voted in round one, obviously the process is very similar. And one of the benefits of this being a 2-year program is we're always going to be looking to improve the UI of the voting platform for the users. So please share with us your feedback of how everything's going, because we want to make this program very iterative, both for people that are participating from the community as voters, and of course for the grantees who are participating with our public goods as well, right? We want to make this program round after round better for the AEZ. So this is where we're at now, and I'll show you exactly how to vote. So let me just share my screen.
Awesome.
This is the website.
I was gonna say, while you're getting that set up, everybody, by participating in this, we're putting up a bad kit as like a raffle. So if you participate in both of these components that Brian's going to walk you through, you have a chance to win a bad kit, which is pretty cool. Like, I don't even own one. I should, but I haven't been able to get one yet. So Brian, if you want to take it away.
Yeah, definitely. So let me share my screen. Can everyone see this? I think so.
Yeah, all good.
All right. So yeah, as Trevor mentioned, we are raffling off a bad kid for the voters of this round. That's definitely a really exciting thing to note. The voter will be the winner of the bad kid will be randomly selected via a QRNG, which stands for Quantum Random Number Generator protocol developed by Dora Factory. It's a tool that can ensure the highest degree of complete randomness versus like previous non-quantum random number generators. So this is something we've actually been working on for a while now, and we're going to be putting to use in this voting round to select a lucky winner of a bad kid NFT. So definitely something really exciting to be on the lookout for. I'm sure we'll do some more announcements around that as well. But back to just voting in general, I think I'll start on this page here, which is the homepage for the AEZ QF program. This is the page Trevor was referencing earlier in this kickoff call, the DoraHacks.io/AEZ. This is where you can come to find all the information about the AEZ QF program. When you open the page, you'll be defaulted to this details tab, where we're constantly updating information and timelines about the round. You can find, if you're interested in like just learning more about the round in general, maybe this is the first time you've even heard of the AEZ QF program, all the information about this program, why we're having it, the timeline, what type of anti-civil checks we're doing, how to apply, etc., can all be found right here on the homepage. The second thing I'd like to point out is the leaderboard on the right-hand side. If you view the leaderboard, this is where you can like check in on which teams are currently receiving the most contributions and the most votes. This is a dynamic leaderboard. It's going to be constantly updating. So this is going to be a really cool area to see like which teams the community is supporting the most, which teams have received the least support so far. Maybe you want to vote for some of the teams that don't have as much support. So you can find that all here. The second thing the third thing I'm going to mention is just the BIDLs tab in general. And yeah, I saw a question in the chat from Serter. Yes, the contributions end on the should be the 21st, my time zone at least, which is PST. But this is all of the 16 teams that are participating in round 2. There's 16 teams, as you can see. You can scroll to see all of them. And you can click on them and it will bring up like more detailed information about these teams as well. So you can learn more, you can watch their demo videos, anything they've attached, check out their GitHubs, etc. But if you want to vote, there's 2 ways to vote. As I think we mentioned, the first way is just the standard way of voting. The second way is MACI. MACI stands, and that's this right here. MACI stands for Minimal Anti-Collusion Infrastructure. It is a privacy-preserving voting mechanism enabled on the DoraVoda blockchain. It uses ZK COSM-WASM to encrypt votes in a way where no one will receive evidence in which way they voted. So like it's a tool that drastically reduces the chance that like someone can buy a vote because they'll never actually receive evidence that the person they're buying the vote from, carried it out in the way they wanted them to, and things of that nature. If you want to learn more about MACI, I'm happy to share more. We can share resources. You can find more on our website online. And if you want to like have a chat with me to learn more about MACI and how this ultra scalable privacy infrastructure can be brought to all of Cosmos, definitely happy to chat about it. But for now, I'll just stick to how to use it to vote. Ultimately, our ultimate goal is, I think, by the final round of this program to have the vast majority of the voting done in MACI. But obviously, it's a brand new technology, so we're starting to scale it in because it will make the round results, more legitimate and safer long term. So as of right now, we give voters both options to vote the regular way and with MACI. I highly recommend you check out both because they're both pretty cool, and I'll demonstrate how to vote now. So obviously, the first thing you need is some Atom, right? Because that's how you actually vote for which teams you want to receive community funding with, and you need to get that Atom onto DoraVoda. It's pretty easy because DoraVoda is IBC enabled. I'm not sure how the Zoom works right now, or if you can see my wallet, but if you can, I'm going to assume you can. And if that's the case, the first step obviously is if you have some Atom on the Cosmos Hub, you need to IBC send it. So maybe I'll regret not doing this in advance, but I figured I'd just save the whole workflow for the demo. So we'll hope that the demo gods are on my side today. But obviously the first thing I'll do is want to IB send your Atom to DoraVoda. And I'm going to send, 2 Atom over. IBC transfers in progress. It says transaction successful. We'll give it a second. There we go. So now you see I have a little over 2 Atom on DoraVoda. Okay, so now we're in good shape. The second thing you'll need is obviously some Dora token for gas. As Trevor mentioned, we actually airdropped the Dora token to all Cosmos stakers, like a gas drop, just to seed you so that you could vote easily. If you don't have any DoraVoda at all, you can just ask us and we'll send you some. You can also get some pretty easily on Osmosis. We have a few different pools on Osmosis that you can swap for some Dora. And once you swap for Dora on Osmosis, you can just IBC send it to Dora. And then you can IBC send your Atom, right? And then you have both Atom and Dora on DoraVoda. So now that I have IBC'd my Atom over, I can look for teams I want to vote for. I promise after this demo session, I'm going to go and vote for even more teams, but just for the purpose of, this discussion, maybe I want to vote for a few different teams. Like I want to say I want to vote for Cosmos SDK Indexer. Actually, I'm lying. The first thing I'll do is connect my wallet, of course. Okay, so now my wallet's connected. So say I want to vote for the Cosmos SDK Indexer in a few different projects. You basically add all of the projects you want to vote for into your cart, right? So I want to vote for the Indexer. I want to vote for Go CodeGen. I want to vote for Lunar HQ, and I want to vote for, on-chain registry. So these 4, for example, and they all show up in my cart here. And it basically says, well, how much Atom do you want to vote? So I have 2 Atom. So maybe I'll just vote, 0.2 each, for example. This is just purely for illustration purposes. So I'll vote 0.2 Atom for each of these 4 projects. This is what I want to contribute to. And then I'll submit. I'll confirm the transaction. And there we go. I voted for those teams. That's it. And I can vote for more. I can vote for more. Maybe I want to vote for La Multisig. I want to vote similar thing. I want to vote 0.2 for them. I can submit and I can approve. So voting's pretty straightforward. You can vote for one team. You can vote for multiple teams. The reason we set up the cart the way it is because we obviously, if you want to vote for multiple teams, we don't want you to have to do, if I want to vote for 5 teams, you should just do one transaction instead of like doing 5 voting transactions. So you can build your cart basically with what teams you want to vote for and then submit. So that's pretty nice. The second way to vote is with Macy. This is something super exciting. As I mentioned, we really want to scale Macy in to make sure that the voting is as safe and as collusion resistant as possible. So highly recommend everyone checks out this ZK technology as a way to vote for the round as well. If you want to learn more about Macy, as I mentioned, you can reach out or ask me. But there's also some brief, like high-level voting, like Macy information here as well, directly on the page where you can learn more. So Macy voting is also pretty simple. Right here, you click to vote. You'll be redirected to the Macy portal. You'll connect your wallet like this. So I'm connected. I've already connected my wallet previously, but if you've never connected your wallet, you'll get a wallet transaction which will seed you 10 Macy vote credits. So that'll happen. Maybe I can actually show you that right now if I switch to a different wallet. Let's see. So I just switched to a different wallet. If I connect my Kepler. Okay, here we go. See, it's a new wallet. I just connected my wallet, and right here it says after signing up, you'll be assigned 15 voice credits. So I'll sign up, approve again. Takes a minute or two, so we'll just wait for a second. Okay, great. So I've just been assigned 15 voice credits. So now I can select which teams I want to vote for. So maybe this time I want to vote for pessimistic validation and a few others. So say I want to vote for pessimistic validation. I want to vote for Droma. I want to vote for DAO, and I want to vote for Packet Forward Middleware by Strangelove. So I have 15 voice credits. So that's the max I'm able to assign for like this Macy round. So maybe for Packet Forward, I'll go 3. For DAO, I'll go 3. I won't play favorites. Oops, sorry. I won't play favorites. I'll just go 1-1-1.
Yeah, each vote consumes n square gas, right? Sorry, I mean voice. So
yeah, exactly. Yep. So so Serter's question is why did it like turn red? Why wasn't it? It's because I have 15 voice credits, but obviously if I want to vote 3 times, that actually costs me 9. So I'm gonna run out of voting like credits quite quickly. So I'll just keep it easy and do 1. But yeah, as you can see, like right now it says voice credits 3 out of 15. And if I put a 1 here, it shows 4. But if I put a 2, it's going to show 7 because 2 votes actually costs 4 voice credits. That's Serter's question about the n to the squared power of the quadratic voting protocol. So if I go 1 for each, then I can come down here. We have a gas module installed that covers your gas. So if you don't have Dora token, I think this should still work for you. And then you can click submit and approve, confirm the transaction. Just give it a second. Okay, voting successful. So I've now voted with Macy on this AEZ QF round, which is pretty cool. This is actually the largest Macy experiment in history. So definitely appreciate all your support and participation being a part of it. So it's pretty cool. I think ultimately, as time goes on, as more people become educated about QF, more people become educated about Macy, we'll look to, maybe do even the whole AEZ program in Macy, just because it's the most anti-collusion method of on-chain voting. But we're starting to scale it in. And as I mentioned, each round we're going to look to improve the UX and voting mechanisms for each team for each round. So that's how Macy works, and that's how you vote using the Macy portal that we have. So I just went over the 2 main ways to vote. That's basically all I wanted to cover. So I'll stop sharing my screen here. I do notice that there's some questions in the chat. So yeah, I mean, we'll confirm we're going to make sure to re-announce like the timelines for everyone. Make sure like we do the big get out the vote campaign, and we'll get all squared there. One thing I would mention is, the last thing I'll say is I know in this demo, I picked some teams to vote for just for illustrations purposes, but I absolutely promise to any vote I gave to any of the teams in this, I'm not gonna play favorites. I'll vote equally for everyone. Should be all good. I'll go back and submit some more votes, and I highly encourage everyone else to as well. But that's all I wanted to cover for this.
Yeah, thanks for going through that, Brian. Yeah, so that's, for everybody listening, we've just basically gone through the whole program, the voting process here. A lot of the teams are on this call that you can, definitely, if you're watching this later, go back and check them out. And again, we'll also be having demo videos released by each team talking about like what they're doing, showing you why you should vote for them. It's really, really important that if you care about any of these things, that you get engaged, whether it's voting via Macy, which we absolutely encourage, and contributing via, donating your atom to these incredible projects and helping voice your opinion on where all of this money goes. Like it's a decent chunk of change, and it can make or break, really make the difference for a lot of these really incredible public goods builders that are building selflessly, many of them, right? So check out dorahacks.io/AEZ. That's where all that information is at. And again, we have a bad kit up for grabs. In order to be entered into kind of the pool or the drawing for that, you have to participate in both Macy and the QF side of things. So vote using both methodologies that Brian showed you. All that information can be found on dorahacks.io/AEZ as well. And if you have any questions, definitely reach out. And if there are any teams that you feel like you kind of fall into the same category as these public goods builders up here, you're building for the AEZ and Cosmos, applications are still open. It's rolling 2 years, 10 rounds. And this is round number 2, technically one of the Prop 917, but second overall. So go check it out again, dorahacks.io/AEZ. I think we can kind of tie it up here. Any closing remarks, Brian? Otherwise, we'll let everybody get out of here a little bit early.
No, that's it for me. I mean, I just want to reiterate how excited we are to bring this program to like full scale to the Cosmos Hub. When we did the first round by ourselves a couple months ago, I know some of the grantees in this round were also part of that first round. We were really excited to bring QF to the Cosmos Hub for the very first time. Obviously now the program has scaled up in size. We have the support from a lot of core partners like Atom Accelerator DAO, who are helping us with the scope and distribution of the program. We are distributing a lot more money, over $1 million over the course of 24 months. So super excited that this program is starting to gain more traction. And obviously, like, we are going to look to engage more and more of the community over the time, have more adoption of this program, because ultimately it's going to support crucial public goods for Cosmos Hub builders. So we're really excited to be bringing this to you. And if you're a loyal Cosmos community member, highly recommend you get out and vote, at least give it a try. I think it's pretty fun. And also the teams that are participating will really support it. So just want to, do as much as we can to support like the core infrastructures of this vastly decentralized and growing community. So super excited to be doing this for everyone today.
All right, thanks for that, Brian. And at the very least, go do it for the bad kid if you don't have it. But do it for the right reasons, of course. But with that being said, thank you everybody for your time. Again, go and check out the program on our website. And we're really looking forward to seeing where this goes and how it evolves. If you're interested in getting involved, reach out, contribute, vote, tweet, retweet, tell your friends. There's some incredible projects in here, and we got to support them. So thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful day, and we will catch you on the next stream that I'm sure we'll be doing. Take care, everybody.